Yo, man. What's good, everybody? Welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk Reacts right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network, sponsored by K&P Productions, man. You go check those guys out, man. They do producing, they do thumbnails, they do intro videos, outro videos, they edit videos, man. They're just some creative dudes over there at K&P Productions, and I am proud to say we are sponsored by K&P Productions. But this is Big Pat Sports Talk Reacts, man. And we're gonna be just going on live about stories that's happening in the sports world. And today we're talking about Mr. Cam Newton and Ryan Clark going at it about Cam Newton's, you know, comments about JD5, Jayden Daniels over with the Washington Commanders, man. So let's listen to what these guys really were talking about, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna react to it. So let's listen to these guys and see what they're talking about. First of the bat is Cam Newton, man. We're gonna hear what he was talking about.
Jayden Daniels could be a potential one-hit wonder?
Nah.
What makes him
I
different?
think he loves the game too much.
But speak to me like from a DMV.
He loves the game too much. You know, you got people that don't love the game. They love what comes with the game. That boy loves the game. Like, he just loves the game. Like,
Seen a lot of success as a rookie season.
I worry about that with most like CJ struggled a little bit the second year, but the line was a little.
But I'm gonna say it in this way: there's nobody who had the game in the chokehold like Robert Griffin III. but RG3, bro, I have to tip my hat to him.
One of the GOAT rookie seasons.
No, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I see that same thing happening for Jayden, and as you know, being in that community, do you fear that?
Now, Cam Newton says that he fears that JD5 can have a RG3 effect when it comes to playing with the Washington Commanders. If you're an NFL historian, you know that RG3, when he was drafted in the first round by the Washington Redskins at the time, had an incredible rookie year. Kind of sort of like how JD5 had an incredible rookie year for the Washington Commanders. But JD5, man, he took them boys all the way to the NFC Championship game. And if it wasn't for a couple of plays here or there, I think they had a chance to beat the Eagles. But, you know, per se, but it's like it is a comparison right there. It is a comparison between RG3 and JD5, but I think JD5 is a way better, you know, quarterback per se as to what RG3 was. RG3 was exciting, man. He ran the ball, he made exciting plays, and so does Jayden Daniels, except Jayden Daniels, I think, is a better thrower. And I think he has better awareness on the field than what RG3 is. You know, RG3 kept getting hit. So I think Cam Newton has a little bit, you know, I could agree with him a little bit because let's see what Jayden Daniels does when he has some film on him. But we're going to get into what the response was Ryan Clark from ESPN. Let's see what Mr. Ryan Clark had to say about, you know, what Cam Newton had to say about Jayden Daniels going into his rookie year that may be a sophomore slump. So we're going to be right back with what Mr. Ryan Clark
said about Jayden, or even the line of questioning when speaking to Wale, is Cam has to understand the weight of his voice.
Yeah.
Cam has to understand that you also won a Heisman, that you were also a top 2 pick. He was number 1 overall. Jayden was number 2. You were also rookie of the year. So when you start to speak this way, people look at you from your experiences. You're the expert, right? And then now you flip it to Jayden. Legitimately does nothing to anyone.
Nope.
Leads his team, plays football, stays out of the way, works his butt off. There were so many other ways to approach who Jayden could be in the second season outside of the sophomore slump, outside of the drop-off. We could approach it at how our team's going to defend him differently now that they have tape. Can he get back to the NFC Championship? Does he take the next step and become a top tier quarterback along with the Lamars and the Josh Allens and those guys? Like, that's the conversation you should be having. The conversation with Jayden Daniels is, does Jayden Daniels become the best quarterback in the NFC? And then you say, obviously, going into the second year, that's when we see players take the biggest jump, but it could be difficult at quarterback. Now you can have any conversation around that you want. Any negativity you bring, I don't care how well thought out, I don't care how much analysis, analytics you put into it, the statistical input, it's hate.
Ryan Clark.
So, according to Ryan Clark, you know, he's saying that Cam Newton, you have a responsibility to Aboriginal quarterbacks to speak highly of them and not to speak anything negative towards Aboriginal quarterbacks, black quarterbacks, whatever you want to call them, because you were one and you have a responsibility to be there for those guys, you know, when you're talking about them. So basically, he's saying that Cam Newton is hating on Jayden Daniels because of Jayden Daniels' success that he had in his rookie year, almost making it to a Super Bowl. And he said, man, he's been through a similar path that you are. You both were top 2 picks, which is correct. Cam Newton was number 1. Jayden Daniels was number 2. You both were Heisman Trophy winners, which is correct. And you both were rookies of the year, which is correct. So they have a similar path. So Ryan Clark, who for some reason feels that he needs to check everybody when it comes to race or anything right now. I don't know who made him the race enforcer, but it is what it is. He's checking Cam Newton saying, man, you just hating on the kid basically, and you need to, you know, pull back and don't say anything about Jayden Daniels as far as in a negative way, or if he can have a sophomore slump, or he doesn't do this correctly, or he needs to do this better. He's saying you have no right to even say anything about that as far as, you know, being that he's a black quarterback and you were a black quarterback and he probably looked up to you when he was playing. So Ryan Clark said, man, stop being a hater and be quiet. But this ain't over. Cam Newton claps back again at Ryan Clark, and we about to hear what he got to say right after these messages.
Are safe. I'm not.
Cam has to understand the weight of his voice. There were so many other ways to approach who Jayden could be in the second season outside of the sophomore slump. Any negativity you bring, it's hate.
There's not a right or wrong way to talk about sports. This is what you should have. No, you can't do that with me, bro. The same Cam that Jayden Daniels get is the same Cam that RG3 get. Is the same Cam that Shannon Sharp get, Stephen A get, Molly Karam get. I don't switch up. I love LeBron James, but that don't mean they ain't gonna talk about Bronny. Nobody is above critique if you playing the game of football or any sport. Just because he's a model citizen, we can't critique his game. I find that mighty strange. I'm gonna keep it above. I still have to do my due diligence as a member of the media to voice my opinion. Will you? Oh. You wanna play it safe. Safe don't get you nowhere. It gets you cut. Who's really winning in media right now? And every single person that you'll say is winning, they have their own distinct style of their message. So, on our platform, at 4th and 1, I don't want to be safe. I want it to be intentional. I ain't swinging to get on first base. I'm swinging for the fences. And while you swing, yeah, you may strike out. And everybody may be pointing as you go into the dugout. But guess what? I swung. So, I respect Ryan Clark. But Ryan Clark's safe. I'm not.
So basically, he's saying Ryan Clark is playing it safe, man. He's saying Ryan Clark is playing it safe. And Cam Newton on the 4th and 1 podcast, shout out to that podcast, is saying, man, I don't play it safe over here. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to say what I need to say, and I'm going to critique who I need to critique. Just because he's a black quarterback and just because he's a model citizen, like you said, doesn't mean that that man cannot be critiqued on his play on the field. And he's right, man. In any sport, you can't go around and be like, man, I can't say anything about this guy just because who he is or what he represents or what he's done. You know, you can critique Tom Brady, you can critique Michael Jordan, you can critique LeBron James. Cam Newton is absolutely right about that. And what makes Ryan Clark and the media just think that he could just go around and just pretty much try to punk everybody and tell everybody what they can say and how they can say it and when they should say it? Like, what's up with this dude? Like, who like, I don't know, man. This dude is just going around like, man, what type of rank does he have over there at ESPN where Ryan Clark believes that he could just go around and just tell everybody what to do and how to do it and when to do it? Like, man, be quiet, man. Let that man Cam Newton have his critique of JD5. That man has done the same things that JD5 has done, except years earlier. You know what I'm saying? If anybody can critique him, it's him. They've had similar paths and similar careers. And I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm just like Cam Newton. I'm going to keep it a buck right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Shout out to KMP Productions, man, for producing and being a sponsor to the Aboriginal Sports Network. I'm going to keep it a buck, man. Like you said, if you're going to play safe, man, then go over there and play safe. Leave us alone over here. Let us give our real takes and what we really feel and really think about the game. Stop always trying to check somebody. Like, who is you to check everybody, bro? You trying to check RG3, you're checking Cam Newton, you're checking everybody. Like, go sit down somewhere. What makes your 2 cents so much better than everybody else 2 cents all the time, Ryan Clark? That man Cam Newton didn't say anything disrespectful to JD5. He said there's a chance he may have a sophomore slump. And he's playing in the same organization that RG3 played with, and you know how that fell out. There's going to be film. There's going to be a target on his back now. People are going to be waiting for what JD5 is going to bring for them next season. And I still think he's going to be one hell of a quarterback. But that don't give you the right to try to check somebody because they asked a question, could he have a sophomore slump? On their podcast. Wasn't even on your podcast. He was on his own podcast, 4th and 1. Or his other podcast, I think it's Freaky Fridays or whatever he calls that podcast. Shout out to Wale on there. Dope rapper. But, man, this Ryan Clark checking everybody's business, man, that's got to stop, bro. That's got to stop, man. You taking whatever little power that you've gained, you taking it a little bit too far where you think you could just say anything to anybody at any time. Calm down. Let people have what they have to say. They're not being disrespectful or trying to undermine anybody in any way. Then chill out. I don't think Cam Newton was hating. He was asking a legit question. What reason why you would have to hate on Jayden Daniels? But anyway, man, hey, this is Big Pat Sports Talk Reacts right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network, the ABSN, and this podcast, as well as all other podcasts, are sponsored by KMP Productions, man. If you need anything as far as creativity when it comes to creating content, whether you need commercials, whether you need an intro, whether you need an outro, whether you need thumbnails, whether you need a video edited, whatever you need, audio, it doesn't matter what it is, KMP Productions has you. Man, get in contact with KMP Productions. They have opened up a Facebook page. They're going to be opening up a Twitter page. Get in contact with those guys, man, and get your content production needs. But this has been Big Pat Sports Talk Reacts, and we out, man. Ryan Clark, man. Yeah. Calm down, bro. For real.